Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Able to slither by. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. An option handoff given to Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Steelers at 9-6 now. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop with the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going for it. This is Harris. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense is saying, okay, now that's more like it.
Yeah, we hear from coaches all the time how they preach a next play mentality. Doesn't matter whether the previous one was good or bad. You move on to the next one. But we just saw evidence of that happening right there.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Pat Freiermuth, the intended target.
But now it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll return it from the 6. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
Here's Murray from midfield. Got a man. It's Brown.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, it's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd down at 5.
Here's Murray. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Murray keeps it himself. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively. But the referee signals it will be a first down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Murray now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's got this to Pickens. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's got this down to the 35.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Quick slant to Hamler. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll look to throw. Caught on a slant. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. $35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
Touchdown!
George Pickens,
53 yards.
And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Cardinals have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this third quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A gain of 8 there on the play. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
The 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt.
And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Hurts throw complete to Freiermuth. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run behind center with Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Yard line, 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain, like